Hi everyone, it's Clyde at Brighten soap, and today I'm doing a soap that's inspired by Edvard Munch, and he has a sort of dark side to him. I wrote down this quote just because I think it sums up where he was coming from. He said, "Nature is not only what is visible to the eye, it also includes the inner pictures of the soul." And when I read that, I thought, that kind of blew me away. Actually, in his own words, he said that the Scream, his famous painting, was inspired by a blood-red sky that he saw when he was walking near the shore. But what came to his mind when he became very introspective was that it revealed some psychological inner spirit of a person with his hands to his head, and that gave birth to the Scream. So the reason why I came up with this one, I'm working on another inspired by soap, is because I had this fragrance that I've been wanting to use for a long time. Dragon's blood. I haven't made a dragon's blood soap in a long time because the last time I made it, I wasn't really happy with the way it browned, so I've been thinking about how I will redesign it. So then I thought of what artist would a dragon's blood fragrance go with? And then I thought of the design for this soap inspired by Munch. And I thought, well, if it does darken behind some bright colors and mica drizzles, I really think it would work well with the soap. So that was the birth of this idea, and I hope you enjoy it. So I'm going to start this soap with a base of purple, and this base is what is going to have the fragrance in it, because I don't mind if the background turns a little brown. So I'm using a smoky purple. So that's going to be my base. Looking something like that. And then I'm going to have a bit of activated charcoal to swirl that. And that's just going to be the main pour. That's going to be a majority of the soap. So I want the base to be somewhat interesting too. The other two batches of soap that I pour out for color is going to be red. Probably a deep orange red. And then I'm going to mix some orange with a little bit of gold mica to get just the color that I'm picturing for that. For this purpose, I'm going to just add a little yellow, just to lighten up that orange a little bit. The color scheme is quite complex and a bit on the dark side. I've decided to lighten it up somewhat to make it a little more vibrant, because I would like all my soaps to be that, by putting in a real deep blue instead of a darker color. So it's going to come across as one of the dark accent colors in the soap. And I'm going to have a little bit of green. Let me see if I can mix up. It's going to be a little bit of a yellow green, dark green. I'll know when I see it. Give me a little white. I looked at the photos of some of Munch's work, and that's how I get my colors. I saw one painting of the Scream that had a touch of green, so pretty much something like this, maybe a little lighter. Yeah, something like that. Now the blue and the green is going to be more of a mica drizzle, the orange and the red and the purple and the black are the only parts that are actually mixed with soap. Then I'm going to have another mica drizzle with gold on top. And that's where I take a little bit of artistic license, because Munch didn't really use a lot of gold, but I wanted something to brighten it up because I don't want my soap to be as glum as a lot of Munch's work tended to be. It's not really coming out the gold that I want it to be. It'll be a brighter gold. When that happens with paint, I add a little yellow. So those are the colors I'm going to use for the soap, and let's get on with the soap making. I'm going to blend up my oils and clays. And I'm soaping at about 78 degrees, a little cooler than usual. Add my lye solution. So I'll use a little bit of red and a little bit of orange. That's really just for the top, so I don't need much. And this container sure pours better than my glass bowl, so I wanted to replace it, and I want a little bit of black. A little more than the red and orange though. And the rest is going to be this purple. And check first of all that this purple is going to be purple enough, because purple in a yellow batter is one of the hardest things to achieve. See, it's kind of a gray color. And I don't have any more of my purple mixed up with my oils, so I'm just going to drop in the powder. And add my fragrance at the same time. I don't want it in the top. And I've adjusted my fragrance amount. And this fragrance is kind of brown, and that's why I kind of came up with this design so that the browning part stays hidden on the bottom. It'll maintain some of its color. I think I can blend that a little more since that's going to be on the bottom. Black is going to be the next color I work with. Now I'm going to go ahead and get those two colors in the mold before I even blend the red and orange gold. Let's get this all in there. It's a nice purple. Sort of a smoky purple. And I've been wanting to make this dragon's blood soap. I haven't made it in a while, but I really didn't want to fight the browning on it. But I came up with a concept I think that will deal with that. Just really want to streak this purple with this black. And this whole design is going to have a horizontal feel to it. And actually my bars are going to run vertically this time, so this is perfect. A lot of Munch's work was very linear in design with the brush strokes, so that's what I'm trying to pour for. Now I can go ahead and blend my red. Okay, once again I've marked my mold. You might see these little lines around there where the dividers are going to go. So I'm going to try to follow my idea here. Let's get some 2 streaks of orange up there. Some red. More orange in this one. That's about it. And then I'm going to take my chopstick and play with those lines a little bit. See the effect that I'm after. Get this streaky little sky going. Sort of looking like a Munch painting already. Then I can start working with my drizzles. I like how that blue just really pops on that red. And I'm going to smear that a little bit with the spoon. You can't see, but I'm kind of dipping this spoon in and out as I drag it. I'm looking at a Munch painting right now too, and I want there to be a little bit more undulation there. There's some slight hills in the background. A little bit of green to brighten it up a little down here. give this some movement here. Trying to give every bar this little curve. If you want to look up a painting online to see what I'm looking at, it's Munch's The Scream. I'm not going to have the screamer in there though, but I am inspired by the background. And then I knew there was going to be some darkness and light that I want to play with, so I'm going to drizzle on some light in the sky with the gold. A little bit down below. And then I'm going to go in with my chopstick again, add some line work. And try one more thing. Put a dot right there. Let's make a little spiral. Okay, so now it's time for the dividers. Spray it with a little alcohol. Contemplating glitter, but Munch really wasn't a glitter type of guy, so I think I'll... Okay, let's unmold this. It seems to be coming out a little easier this time from the wood mold. Someone suggested powdering the inside of the wood slab mold with some cornstarch, which I did. I think that did help. But I think really through time, the wood has expanded a little bit because of moisture. And as long as I'm careful about not disturbing the soap, I'm fine. Here it goes. That was much easier. More paper since there's cornstarch all over that one. Am I just having more difficulty unsticking things lately? There we go. Now, turn this over. That rarely gives me any trouble getting it out of the silicone liner. let's just pull these out carefully. I think I can, if I can turn this over. So this one's meant to be seen in this orientation. The sides are like glass from the dividers. I have another artist soap that I've been working on, but trying to figure out how to do it still. So I'm playing around with materials and embeds for that one, and in the meantime I wanted to make another artist inspired soap because I haven't done one in a little bit. So he came to mind, Edvard Munch. But I decided I wanted to brighten it up a little bit by adding gold. So his paintings were rather on the dark side, and I didn't want to do a dark soap. I like this bar. Even the blue has some iridescence to it, and I really like that. That's the Clyde blue. That one decided to have a little moon or sun right there in the sky. Two more to go. And there we go. So I'll be cleaning all of these up by beveling them. I'll just show you one of the bars. No need to do all of them, I don't think. I just like the finished quality of beveled soap. It's a solid bar. There. I'm going to do one more so I can have the chance to thank you for tuning in again. And I do have another artist in mind for the one I'm working on. So if you don't want to miss any of these, please subscribe to the channel. All you do is get a notice that a new video has come out. And I do that with my favorite YouTube channels as well. There's so many out there. So thanks for your comments again, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye. Hi everyone, it's Clyde at Vibrant Soap. And I want to start off with a quote from Munch, and of course I'm doing soap that is doing something.